more for the last show. I've been doing it. I got like 2/3 more banter than actual improv stuff. That's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It was a rousing success.
Ooh, live stream starting soon. I'm on our YouTube channel to give someone a link, an audience
Starting
member.
soon. No, starting now.
Oh man, let me refresh it.
We should
It is up.
There we go.
It is up.
Cool.
That's good.
All right, Dad, you wanna jump on with the other earpiece here? Listen in. I can't have it go through the speakers because the microphone will pick it up and it'll be all distorted.
You know, one time as a challenge mode, all of us could have the podcast YouTube link open while we're doing it, and so like all of our voices are always like 12 seconds behind. And then just try and keep coherent. It's like when I tried getting my microphone to work with my laptop, I couldn't figure out how to get it to
This one. This is for your left ear.
where I wouldn't hear the mic, like my own voice through the microphone.
You hear it? All right. My dad is plugged in now.
Hey, Mr. Devine.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you tonight?
Good, not too bad.
Awesome.
This is so exciting.
I don't think either of you two actually met my dad when he came out to college.
No. I believe I was at a party freshman year with your dad.
Ah,
That was probably the
I
party.
believe so.
is it, when I probably won a beer pong.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and start and preface this by saying my dad is Rodney Dangerfield for back to school
Okay.
because he visited. I think it was twice or 3 times he visited when I was
I'm
there.
not sure. Yeah, 3 times.
He ended up getting a reputation for being like the cool dad, where like the first time he was there, he visited. I had to like drive some kid home because he was like drunk at a party we were hosting, and like so I drive him home, and I was like half like as a joke, I'm like I go into my room, and my dad was visiting, and he was like on the computer. I was like, hey Dad, you wanna take my place in the beer pong game while I go drive this kid home? And he's like, all right, whatever. I thought it'd be funny. And I come back from driving the kid home, and my dad is like running the table. He's won like triple overtime, and everyone's like,
the other guy who said.
oh yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm going in the hallway into the apartment before I see all this, and this dude like staggers out. He's like, oh, Ed's here. Yo, Ed.
Wow.
Ed, my
Hey,
dad
Ed.
is on the call.
Oh, hi, Ed.
Hello.
Yes, hi Ed. We are all Mike's dad. Ugh.
It's like Dr. Know-It-All, but we can all say multiple words. So it's just like having a regular conversation.
So it's just a regular conversation. And our next game is called Regular Conversation.
Know everything. It's tons of fun.
Where outrageous people talk normally.
There's nothing like it on radio ever. So my dad. So when I bring the kid back and I go in and I'm walking down the hallway to my apartment and this kid's like standing outside laughing. He's like, "Hey dude, you just see this old dude running the beer pong table?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, check it out." And he opens the door and there's my dad like sinking shots in beer pong, running the table, and everyone's like, "Oh man, this is great." And then he comes back like the next year, and everyone, of course, remembered him. So he went. There was a show, and so I was doing the show, and he was sitting in the audience amongst like my friends. And so I get done with the show, and my dad comes up and he goes, "Hey, Mike, you going to the party tonight?" And I'm like, "What party?" And so you know how that feeling is when like you're invited to a party, you're asked if you're going to the party and you don't know what it is. That's awkward enough, but when it's your dad saying that, it's a whole other level of just I don't know what to do about this. I guess I was impressed.
It's like an episode of like.
I totally understand. I've had my dad ask me before, "Are you going to the funeral?" And I didn't know about the funeral.
God, that's exactly like it, Topher. And he acted all goofy and lighthearted about it. Yo, you going to the funeral today?
You gotta wear a black tuxedo. Blah, 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 blah.
You gonna bring the beer? Yep.
So who is
Ugh.
the?
Honk, honk.
So let me. My dad wants to know who you guys are. So I'm just gonna point you guys. I'm gonna introduce you guys.
Are you on the same microphone?
Yeah, we're on the same microphone, and we're
Same earbuds.
we're splitting the earbuds too.
That's cute.
Yeah. It's like we're best friends in junior high listening to something on our iPod.
What are you listening to on your iPod currently, Mike?
On my iPod, I was just listening to Jamiroquai actually on the way over here. Don't hate. Jamiroquai's awesome.
I was doing is traveling, not moving.
Yeah, exactly. Well, except I was moving.
Ed gets it. Ed gets it.
I'm up with the Kwai,
Right.
bro.
He is. He is.
Do that.
So every time someone talks, we're talking now. We're Chimp Knuckles. See, the symbol is that's the logo for Chimp Knuckles. So it knows we're talking, so it's like reverberating. And then if someone else talks, like it'll show their icon, so you know who's talking. But since we're always talking, all of us, it really is irrelevant because it'll just kind of flash. It's more of just like a clusterfuck.
Who's the guy in the middle?
So Conan, Topher, aka Conan, is the one on the left there in black and white. And then Ed is next to him. He's animated.
I am wrong.
He's actually hand drawn. It's a rare condition. And then Matt is that's Matt.
Hi, Matt. I got a puppet.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey there.
Hey.
I believe I met Mike. I believe I met your dad at the first Thundercocks party my freshman year.
Yeah,
One where Alec tried to kill Ed with a vodka bottle.
Same. I remember that because Alec tried to kill me with a vodka bottle. That was.
Wait,
Yeah.
you remember that?
No, but I remember one of the parties.
Yeah, when you and Adam, because Adam, my brother was there as well.
Yeah, you two. I
And
think.
and-
We ran the table in that one, too.
Yeah, them two
Yeah.
ran the table. They beat me.
Yep.
Because
Why
Adam,
was I not at this party? Where's
Good
my
question.
invitation?
I don't know.
This is that.
Wait, I think you showed up, Topher.
Yep.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, and the
I'm
fun,
gonna complain as if I wasn't there.
fun fact. Wait, Matt, you never lived at Riverdale, did you?
We lived in
Yeah.
the
That was my
apartment, in
apartment.
Justin's apartment.
No, I know some of you guys did. I just didn't know if Matt was the one that if Matt lived there as well.
No,
it was just
I
Ed
moved
and
in junior.
Yeah. So when
Okay.
it was me and another guy, Ian, in Thundercocks.
Ian
Yeah,
Manning.
they ended up inheriting the apartment from.
Yeah, and so
when
we
left.
just got that
Oh,
apartment,
your
and then Matt
apartment,
moved
yeah.
in the year after that.
Is yours was Thundercon?
Oh, it wasn't officially ours, but it was in the family. We kept it in the family.
Yeah. So
Do current Foul Play members still live there, or do you not know what happened to it?
Ian's still
Ian.
there. I don't
Ian's
know.
still- We got to make
He
that
hasn't
official.
graduated.
He's in a 5-year program.
Okay, hasn't it been like
Yeah.
6 years though?
Yes, exactly.
No.
He's in a 5-year program at RIT. So yes, Topher, he's about halfway done. So, yeah, we that same apartment has been like
Oh.
passed down through
The one where
through
the party
ages.
was at? Not yours.
Yep.
Was the other.
The other one, no, I wish we could keep. I wish I could still account for the apartment that I lived at. That was great. That place was amazing. The power, and well, you know Tyler. You remember Tyler
Oh, yeah.
with the beard?
Yep.
He's here at a couple of these. We have a viewer. Uh-oh.
What do you mean? Oh
Well, not
no!
uh-oh.
Someone's
No!
listening.
Wait.
Someone's
Hey,
listening
Daddy.
to this publicly promoted podcast.
Yeah. So Dad, on paper, what's supposed to
Take it
happen
down!
with
Take
these?
it down!
We're supposed to have an audience. Like in theory, we're supposed to have a whole bunch of people listening live, and then we make the podcast later. I edit it, and it goes onto the internet, and that's when most people listen to it. But in theory, we should have people listening. That's what we want to have happen, but it happens so rarely that it surprises me now.
We
I don't know what to
had
do.
last week. It was weird.
Was that
Is
because you
every
guys aren't
single
famous?
audience member
Well, yeah.
usually like for instance, the audience member today is like, "Yo, where's the link?" And I'm like, "All right." So it's sort of an audience member.
So when we say audience, what we really mean is friends of ours.
Yes.
That's how all the greats start out.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, not paid so much as just coerced.
Oh, okay.
Of course,
You know, I've been doing stand-up comedy for my family for years, and I'm still nowhere.
We pay you in respect.
We do.
which is worth nothing.
Self-respect. We make you
Worth
feel
even
better.
less.
Yeah, we make you feel better about yourself by listening. At least I'm not them. Well, I may be listening to a improv YouTube hangout at 9 o'clock on Sunday, but at least I'm not performing a YouTube hangout comedy at 9 o'clock on a Sunday. That would be weird. The best is when we lose a viewer because I just assume it's our fault. No,
Because it is.
it is.
And
I'm
the thing
not
is,
wrong.
I always know directly when we lose a viewer too, because
Did they let you know? They're like, I can't believe you tricked me into listening, Matt.
This is shit.
They usually go, "I have a thing to do," and then I'm like, "Okay,
I
thanks."
suddenly remembered I have to wash my hair.
Dirty laundry or something.
Yep, I suddenly have laundry. All right. Viewer, my dad is on the call because I'm at my dad's for Thanksgiving, so I thought I would bring him along because my dad is Rodney Dangerfield from Animal House. That's the easiest way to describe.
He's
My man.
not
Not
Rodney
as ugly as
Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield.
No, you're like 30 years younger than Rodney Dangerfield was in Animal House. So like, you're like if you absorbed Rodney Dangerfield's soul
Not his face.
and not his face though. So.
So who's the viewer? Do you know who it is, or you...
Oh,
Who do we know who the viewer is? It's
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to be. It's supposed to be anonymous because
Or
there's
is it
supposed to be so
incognito?
many.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be so
the
many
thing
people we don't
I
know.
try so hard to keep it anonymous, but if you really want to know who the viewer is, I can tell you who the viewer.
I know who the viewer. I can probably guess who the viewer is.
No,
Yep,
it's-
it's one of two people.
I think I know which one.
I'm gonna keep it a surprise. It's part
Okay.
of the movie.
Let's just keep it a surprise.
No, I don't.
Oh.
Well,
Does anybody know
you.
who-
By keep it a
Oh,
surprise, what
but
does that mean? That we'll find out on
our
New Year's,
viewer-
or-
Our viewer apparently does have laundry running right now, so when she needs that excuse.
Well, it's his mom then.
She has it.
So I have cut it down by 50%, about like 40 or so, 49.
So this person wears clothes and they
Yes.
get dirty and then they clean them. Okay, I can.
Yes.
Let me write this down. I can take some notes there.
So I recently I've heard he was good, but then I heard his show was terrible.
My dad?
I recently watched. No, I recently watched John Mulaney's specials, and I was very impressed.
Yeah, right. I told you he's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I say it was last time. That's why I think I remembered. I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
But now his Fox show is not good, right?
yeah,
Show
apparently
Yeah.
Fox-
Apparently, it's very
television
bad. I
shows
never
is
saw it,
garbage.
but I find it easy to believe
But-
that it was bad.
That reminds me of Titus. Except I thought Titus was good. I like Titus. You guys not remember Titus? Christopher Titus did a show
No.
basically just about him.
No, I have no idea who Christopher Titus is,
What?
and I
Oh,
know people, so that's weird.
He's like the big blonde dude, this huge, tall, blonde comic who Love is Evil is his special, one of his famous specials.
Okay,
Oh, look him up. He's good. He's funny. Christopher Titus.
I'll look him up.
He
But
probably
I,
hasn't done much.
I will not admit that he's good, even after seeing him, and even if I think it.
Well, he's probably not that active anymore, but he was active back when I was a kid. 20 years ago.
How old were you 20 years ago, Mike?
As your own.
Almost.
I was almost 8.
You were almost 8. Okay.
Yeah. And it's safe to say, my dad can back me up on this. It's safe to say I peaked around then.
You peaked at age of 8?
Yes.
What were some of your accomplishments at age 8?
You peaked already?
I was second place in spelling bee.
Second place at the spelling bee. Can you
Not
spell?
Oh, dang.
I failed in front of the whole school.
You
I had a
failed.
word that I knew. It was just I got really cocky and I just blurted it out. And it
I
seemed
did
like
the same thing.
it was the worst.
In the middle school spelling bee, this girl, the first round on the practice round, got out by spelling the word dog wrong. She was so nervous. I just wanted to go up and give her a hug, but it was really funny.
TOD, maybe.
I went to a different school to do a spelling bee. I don't know why my parents signed me up for it. But anyway,
Mom, Dad, I want to be in the spelling bee. Well, you're going to go to another school.
it was on a Saturday.
Buckle up,
too.
we're going to Iowa.
Take it from someone that went to his
anyway,
own school
so-
to lose.
So it's nice to know that I've always been an asshole, just a little bit, even when I was a kid. Because I remember being 7 or 8. It was second grade, so I think I was 8. And I was sitting there with all these kids next to me, kind of thinking and my thoughts were, how are they spelling these words wrong? Not oh, good job. It's just what? You screwed up. How? And
Mom, how come people suck?
Did you win?
And then you came in last
The
place.
thing is, no. I was about to win first place, and I got so cocky because the word was brush, and I'm like, I know how to spell brush. I'm not an idiot. And I said BROSH really quickly, and I stood there smiling, and then I smacked myself.
Brush.
I
Wow.
smacked myself in the head in front of the entire audience, and they all just started laughing at me, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
See,
I won second place.
But my word was aviator. So it's I know adults that can't spell aviator, so I don't feel that bad. Brush. Brush.
Maybe stupid.
I got out with the word 11 in 4th grade, and then I stopped trying after that. I'm like, this isn't for me. This is not my scene.
Not just at
Spelling
spelling
bee.
bees, we just quit after we failed at spelling bees.
It's
I've
was-
never accomplished anything else in life. I've never even tried.
You
The
know
worst
what?
part about
Never in a spelling bee. My school never had them, and I always remember fantasizing about being in one, but they never had them.
Topher,
My
we can host a
district.
spelling bee for you right now.
Oh, please, let's do it.
Topher, spell aviator.
All right.
Aviator.
And nope, you gotta say the word first, then spell it. You're out. You lose.
Oh,
You
what
lost
baloney?
All right, Mike. Your word is flousy, nousy, nihilipilification.
Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia.
This is the Gong Show?
All
I wish
right.
there was like a. I wish there was a single. I wish there was a single clap effect,
Just a one pity clap.
not like a crowd.
Yeah,
just
I
like
mean, we could just clap once. Yeah, there you go. We have a thing for this Google Hangout, so it has sound effects. So I can do like this, and we have that.
I heard the Gong Show thing.
Yeah, the gong is that's how you end the game.
Oh.
That's how we end our games. And then we have this one. This one is for what we call it new choice. So if you hit this, like, let's say like I'm in the middle of a sentence and I'll be like, the weather is great out today. And then no one, yep. And I'll say the weather is shitty out today. And the weather is gray out today. And the weather is purple today.
Why is it the same thing?
Well, because that's the game. Is you keep changing it. New choice.
and it's that
What's the
funny
point of this shit?
every
I don't know.
time.
And it works equally well every time.
Can we play beer pong instead?
Over
Maybe.
the internet.
Let's play internet pong. That have you
You
heard
probably
of
can invent a game like that, you know?
internet beer pong?
Be like pong,
What?
only beer pong.
But it had to be the honor system. You can't make someone take a drink over the internet.
Well,
Yes.
that's true. Well,
I'm sure there's some
well,
bro
if
working
you-
on it.
but you'll know after a while.
Well, if we video it, then you have
That's
to like
true.
do it on camera.
Google Hangouts beer. We should do that as a promotional thing for when we have something to promote. We should do like a Google Hangouts beer pong game across the country.
I think we're a lot like a less brave, unknown Andy Kaufman, like collectively.
a lot
less-
less known.
A lot less known and a lot less
A lot
brave.
more
Andy Kaufman.
alive.
You trusted me, 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 you trusted me.
Do you know about the
See, I grew up with Andy Kaufman, so
saw him in Taxi?
so my tax, I saw him on stage, I saw him do a lot of things.
Did you? So when he died, did you think it was bullshit? Did you think he was pulling another prank?
No, I knew he was sick.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
The whole mythos we've been taught is like no one knew.
Was it leukemia or something?
Well, yeah. I thought it was kept under wraps, and everyone assumed it was bullshit.
Well, up until last year, someone claiming to be his daughter came out and being like, "No, he's alive still," which means like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But he is
Dead.
You know what? It could
As far
be
as you
that
know.
like
I guess
could
we
be-
don't really know.
it could be that in his will he stipulated, "I want my daughter."
It's like Morrison from the Doors. People think he's still alive.
Yeah, or like Jimmy or Elvis, or it could be like I would not put it past him to put in his will that like to be read to his daughter when he died. Like in 25 years, I want you to come out and say that I'm still alive just to mess with people. I'll be dead, of course, but just tell people I'm still alive so they think I am.
Like, all right, fine.
And then
All
like,
right, it was written down. I guess I could do it.
So,
Like,
her daughter casually forgets and gets like subpoenaed the next day. Wait, what?
We didn't tell everyone Eddie Kaufman was alive, honey.
You
have one job.
$1,000 fine or something.
Your choices are lethal injection or thrown off a cliff.
Character.
Yeah, no, but he did amazing Elvis impersonation.
Yeah. What was it?
Remember, that was his first thing on stage on TV.
Yeah.
He would do this thing and turn around. He looked like him and it sounded like it was amazing.
What was that? What was that character? It was like blah 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 do 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 do. What was that character he did? It was like a fake lounge singer, Tony something.
Oh yes, oh yeah.
No. That was Jim Carrey's like finest hour when he was Matt. He was great as Andy Kaufman in Man on the Moon.
Right.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
That was fantastic. But
They put a man on the moon. Man on the moon.
so
Today's program is brought to you by Andy Kaufman and REM. Andy Kaufman and REM, two groups and people who are totally still together and or alive.
hey, REM's
Buy their
alive.
albums
They're just not relevant.
together.
There's a phenomenon.
No, there isn't.
Okay.
There's no
There wasn't even a
phenomenon.
doorbell there.
Yeah.
Shut up! You're off!
Phenomenon is you think there's a phenomenon.
So that's
That's
the
a
game.
phenomenon.
Well, there's a thing that we have that our generation come up with called the notion of dad jokes, where it's basically like a very specific type of joke that like it's mostly puns, and it's stuff that like all of us grew up with our dads telling us these jokes because that was the type of comedy that was funny when they were young. So we all associate them with our dads because
So it was like dinosaur jokes.
yeah, exactly. So do you have a favorite joke? A favorite dad joke that you know off the top of my head? I know you have a couple. You have a couple. I just can't remember off the top of my head any of your if you can think of
What's
any.
happening?
Nothing?
Man, that was a smooth segue, Mike.
It's about as smooth as it ever is.
And welcome to Chimp Knuckles.
Oh, we have 2 viewers now. Wait a minute. Are we failing upwards?
Hey, person, you remember how there were funny things? Do you have a favorite funny?
No.
I don't.
All right,
Let's begin the show, though, right?
let's begin the show.
Okay.
What we usually do, Dad, is we do like we banter a bit before we actually like start the show when we do the improv stuff, and then I go in and I edit it so that it sounds like we started the show first and did everything in a very.
It sounds like we're not stupid.
So it sounds like we're not just dicking around for an hour.
But
It'll
we
sound
are.
very well rehearsed. There's no question. I'm pretty sure I have to say it in every episode. That hey, we're dicking around. We're not for reals. So I'm gonna do my little intro. I'm gonna introduce the show. So hey, this is Chimp Knuckles, show 17. This is 17th one we've done.
Okay.
My dad is here. This is a weekly comedy podcast, and my dad is here with us because I'm in Long Island. I'm on Long Island for Thanksgiving week, and my dad is here as a special guest.
Yay!
Yeah.
Want to say hi? Remember, this is the first. We got applause. Remember, this is the first part of the show. We haven't done
I
anything
didn't
before
get any
this.
gongs yet.
No gongs. Gongs are usually for the end of games. Is when we're supposed to stop being funny. The precursor to that is we have to start being funny
Wait, have you
first.
started being funny yet?
Yeah.
There you go. That's kind of a dad joke right there.
Yeah, there you go.
we have a sound for that. That's kind of a good dad joke alarm. Actually,
Really, I like the smoke detector going off. That's what I like for a dad joke alarm. Just
we don't have a smoke detector. Ed, you need to leave your house. We don't have a smoke detector sound effect. That's not.
I like the sound of crackling fire. Really, it's like
I like the sound of hissing gas. That's a good one.
yeah, and like of my door frames falling apart and like burning. Like that's my favorite.
I like the sound of people getting struck by lightning. I think that's a great indicator.
What does that sound like?
Crackles.
Gunfire's a good one.
Ed, don't
Somebody
you kind of
find
have a
gunfire
fun
noise
story
again.
about how you like were almost hit by a car this past week?
What?
Yeah. I almost got hit by a car this past week. Like
Why?
And it's entirely my fault too.
I find that hard to believe.
Okay, so there's.
Find it easy to believe.
Prove one of us right, Ed.
Well, okay, so I'm on one side of the road. I have to cross 4 lanes of traffic, and the first 2 were clear, and the third lane is backed up at a stoplight, and I can't see the 4th lane, but I'm like, it's probably backed up, right?
Wrong.
So I just run across the road, and then there's like this blinding light like next to me, and there's this like truck there that just goes, and I'm sure from their perspective they just out of nowhere just saw a split second of me just like in a running pose like ah,
Like a deer.
and then just like screeched and honked or whatever. But I just kept going and ran into the bushes and hid in the bushes until the truck passed. And
I don't think they're gonna stop and look for you. You don't have to hide.
well, no, because I didn't want them to be like, hey, then I'd have to interact with someone.
Can't have that. I have a question about this.
Especially when it's like, hey, I almost killed you and it's your fault. It's like, yeah, like I don't want to have that conversation with someone. I just want to,
I have a question about this road. Now you're in Jackson, Mississippi, right?
Yes.
What are the roads like in Jackson, Mississippi, where you have a road where only 2 of the 4 lanes have a traffic light, and one of them's hidden so you can't see a truck in it?
Well, no. I was I
What are
wasn't
your
exactly.
roads?
No,
Oh, he got you. He poked the holes in your story.
No, it's just a street.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, he's in Jackson. Ed's in Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh, he's not RIT, obviously.
No,
Yeah.
no one here is at RIT. We're all done with school.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why we're here instead of in the actual comedy troupe now. We were exiled because we got too
Now
old.
I know why you remember the party, yo.
Yep.
We're like, I don't know. But yeah, no, it
Because
was
he was
just,
like stupid and he was still at RIT. That's how I didn't know.
it's just
Well,
a
I mean,
four-lane road.
After the spelling bee
No,
story.
no. Okay.
Not because of the road.
So his hometown is Jackson, Mississippi.
Is that?
Okay.
Is
I
it?
mean, that's where my mailing address is. And
Well, I mean, is that where you're from originally?
the
Like,
city? I mean, I was born there and lived here for like 20 minutes, and then moved to Indiana.
oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, kind of. It's on my birth certificate.
I'm picturing like you were born, like your parents are holding you like in the hospital, and they're like,
And they're just like,
this is good.
shit.
This is gonna be
Alright,
such a
let's leave."
great life. And then you step outside of Jackson, Mississippi, and they're like, let's leave.
It's like, this is kind of shitty.
Look at all these roads. They don't have traffic lights.
Did you see that young man over there almost get struck by a car?
The kid just fell in a bush. We can't have our son doing that.
Wow.
So
we went from Jackson, Mississippi to
So yeah, Jackson,
Indiana,
Mississippi.
to Indiana.
He went to Indiana.
Then RIT.
then New York, and then now I'm back here because it's the only place that would hire me.
Now the world don't move.
He's a Jackson, Mississippi alum, huh?
Well, kind of. I mean, in the sense that Jackson, Mississippi. Do they have a college?
Oh yeah, they have there's a medical school here and like a private school,
Okay.
and I mean there's
Oh.
also two kind of big state
They practice
colleges.
medicine in Jackson, Mississippi?
They're in Jackson?
Not in Jackson, but they're in the state.
Oh well, yeah, but I mean,
I mean, take what you can get, because
Yeah,
let's face it.
Listen, nothing's like Cato University, all right? So you can all just piss off.
No, there's like a medical school.
okay. My hometown has a medical school, and I didn't realize it was.
Brook?
Yeah, I didn't realize Stony Brook was a college town because it's like the worst college town. It's not. You wouldn't know. I didn't know until I left, and I was like, oh wait,
Didn't even know it was a college.
yeah.
Stony Brook sounds rustic, but I feel like it's not.
No, it's perfectly modern. It's just they don't do shit. They don't
Yeah, but I want to imagine it's rustic.
Imagine it as
it
like
is
a
called
house.
Stony Brook. I'm just imagining, there's like, a babbling brook with like one of those mills with like the water wheels. Like that's what I imagine.
Picture more
No,
like
there's a lot of roads where you can get hit by a car on.
Do they have traffic lights? Because I mean that's
on the
That's
car.
Ed's kind of neighborhood.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's your kind
if
of town.
so, sign me up. I mean,
Ed's parents just driving around screaming, "There are roads everywhere!" Which is, ironic because they're in a car.
no. Okay, it's fun. There's actually this park that's like right across the street, and it's like a mile-long walking path, but there's nothing else to the park. So they basically just like took a city block and just paved a walking path that goes down and back and down and back and loops around itself and down and back. And it's like this labyrinthian maze.
That goes nowhere.
So it is only road. Their only park is exclusively roads for your friends.
We got a road park here.
Road park.
There's
Road park.
there's a park in a town that I used to work in called Weedsport. But actually the park it's next to a building, and I walked up and there's a sign there that says park closed at dusk. The park is about 8 by 6 feet, and there's a bench there. Like you can go and sit on the bench, but not after dusk when the park is closed.
They'll come
It's
and
like,
kick
it's
you
like
out.
New York City's definition of a park, where it's like, yeah, here's this random triangle that this intersection's at, and we don't know what else to do with it, so it's technically a park. And here's like 3 bushes. All right.
Put a swing set on it where if you swing too far, you'll get hit by a car because of the road.
Sounds like my kind of park.
Hey, look, an improv game. Where?
All right. So let's Dad, do you want to give us suggestions for the games when we do them?
Hmm?
The improv games. we
Say to me?
What?
when we do our improv games, we get the audience. We're down to one viewer already.
Well,
We usually get like what we do is we try and get an audience.
knocking
So
like flies, yeah.
yeah, we try and get an audience so that we can get suggestions from them. And since you're here, we can get.
Am
we
I
can
considered an audience, or what?
yeah.
What am I? I don't
Am I
know.
a viewer, or?
You're both, I guess. I don't know, but so we'll do when we do our games.
Beyond, let's have my dad on the show. It just kind of stopped there.
Call you a beneficiary, okay?
If you assumed I had a plan, you thought too much.
This is improv, damn it.
This is improv. We don't plan things here. I just have an idea, like, hey, we'll do this, and that's it, and then
No, nothing happens.
nothing happens, and then we're done.
Okay.
All right, let's do our game, our first game, and Dad. Actually, we have enough people to do some of the non-two-person games. This is good. Dad, we'll call on you for suggestions. And then you can be already spent. Well, I'll just ask you for like favorite color or like city or something, and you just say whatever comes in your head. That's it.
Which one?
Well, I'll let you know. So okay, what are we gonna do first? Let's do expert challenge. Will be our first game.
Yay!
Spurt chow. Okay, so I'm gonna explain the game because I always do that for the listeners, and so be for your benefit too, because you'll know how the game works. So expert challenge, the way this works, we're gonna have our 3 players here are going to become experts on a given topic we get from a suggestion from our audience / dads, and we're gonna have one person who's gonna start out talking about that topic, and then if at any time one of the other experts decides that they want to argue a point, they will say challenge, and I'll call on them, and then they'll state their case, and if I think they're right, then they'll be the expert, and they'll start talking.
I'm confused already.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, it's fine. Well, it basically runs itself. It's terrible. It's basically it's
Somebody's at
green.
the door.
It's green. It runs itself. So and at the end of 3 minutes, whoever's the expert is the winner. So
Is Jackson, Mississippi in the same time zone as we are?
It's in Central Time. It is
Central Time.
Is he in Central Time, really?
Yeah.
Mississippi?
It's only 8
you sounded so just like kid in the candy store, like, really? It's Central Time? Really? Central Time?
So it's only 20 to 9 there? Wow.
Yeah. Still dark.
I didn't think Mississippi would be in. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess it is. Did you know France has 12 time zones?
The fuck? The hell, it's not even that's more than the.
I know.
I was about to say that's more than we have time.
That's
Days are only
we have.
11 hours long.
counting all the territories.
Ah.
Isn't there one time zone in like Canada somewhere that's like a half-hour time zone?
Could be.
There's like did North Korea make their own
Well,
time zone?
halfwit's there.
Well,
so-
that's North Korea.
Yeah.
Like, just okay. Of course they did. Yes, fine.
Yeah.
North Korea. Their own time.
No,
Yeah.
that's-
Okay.
it's
Fine.
counting like France is counting like Guyana.
Ah.
That's territories.
All those places that they conquered and
Yeah.
shit. So okay, we'll get a suggestion for expert challenge. Dad, give me a suggestion for
Give me a suggestion for a suggestion.
Give me a suggestion for the name of a bar. I don't know.
I've been to so many. Oh God, Bright Fellows.
Bright Fellows. Okay, so your suggestion is Bright Fellows. Where's
No
that?
reference to us. No reference to us.
Yeah. Where's Bright Fellows?
It wasn't East Meadow.
Oh, it's close. Ah.
Yeah.
Bright Fellows is your suggestion. Ed is going to be our starting expert. So, players, this is the game of expert challenge. Your suggestion is Bright Fellows. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, begin.
There's some gentlemen that just whenever they want to speak to you, they just immediately start illuminating, and you can call these people bright fellows. These bright fellows were very useful when mining was more of a thing in coal mines. So a bright fellow would come down and then start saying something very intelligent, and they would just start radiating this light, and it would allow the miners to see everything around them. So what they would do was they would send bright fellows down.
Challenge.
Yes.
In 1914, the Bright Fellows started a civil war with the Dull Pals.
Sure.
All right, so the dull pals are people who, the bright fellows would come around and glow radiantly, and then the dull pals would sit there and kind of just glower. And it's not so much that they were reducing the light in the room; it's just that they were such downers that it felt like the light was leaving your life faster every minute. And so, in 1914, a civil war broke out between these two because. And what's interesting is the bright fellows always tried to fight at night, and that never actually worked because I don't know if you know this. If you glow in the dark, it's very hard to sneak around in the dark. Look what fireflies have to deal with.
Challenge.
Tiniest.
Yes.
Stealth was never of concern to the Bright Fellows.
Yeah, tell us what was of concern to the Bright Fellows
The
then.
Bright Fellows were going to destroy the dim dudes with brute force, with just straight strength. So they would pile up all the Bright Fellows into a giant ball and just tumble down the battlefield and just crush all the dim dudes as possible. But that was their plan. Unfortunately, it didn't really work. What they should have done is actually, fought in the daytime and worried about stealth. But the Bright Fellows.
Challenge.
Yes.
The dull people started a punk rock band called the Low Lumens Losers.
All right. I want to hear about the punk rock.
So the Low Lumens Losers were a
Oh my
punk rock
God.
band that started
Challenge.
Conan.
He clearly doesn't know where the band actually formed.
Yeah, I want to hear about where they were formed.
So what my colleague failed to mention is that this band began in New Hampshire. They were very popular in the New Hampshire punk scene of the early 1900s.
Challenge.
Yes.
They were bigger in Old Hampshire.
Yeah. I want to hear about Old Hampshire now.
While they were all started in New Hampshire, they quickly relocated to Old Hampshire, where their
challenge?
Yes.
Old Hampshire was Istanbul, but now it's Constantinople.
Listen, that's nobody's business but the Turks, so sit down.
So they relocated to Old Hampshire, and there they started their own record label. And suddenly they started signing bands left and right. And they met someone named John Lennon. And John Lennon was like, "Oh, hey, I'm starting this band. You wanna back it?" And the dim dudes were like, "Nah, I don't want that. We into hardcore shit, not yo John Lennon-ness." So then they pushed him away, and then he went on to start the Beatles and became very famous. But the dim dudes were like, "No, we are all about the underground." Ironically, the Bright Fellows were already underground with
Yes.
their Mind Job.
John Lennon wasn't around in 1914.
Yeah, that's true. Tell me about who was around in 1914.
Well, the Beatles didn't start until about the 1960s, so that's about like a 40 or 50-year difference.
Challenge.
Yes.
It's actually the 1916s.
I think there was only one 1916, so no.
Challenge.
Exactly.
Yes, Matt.
The Beatles started World War I.
Sure. We'll just go with that. Yeah.
That was 1960.
So that was expert challenge.
Was it?
It sure was.
Who logged it?
Matt won.
Oh.
Matt was the expert at the end because he.
That
because
once
Beatles-
I said so. Next game.
Yeah,
He got
exactly.
7,000 points.
Bing.
7,000 chimp bucks.
I
That's
find
right.
that the best way to win
Yes.
expert challenge is just scream a non sequitur in the end
I
and
gotta
see
go
what
see.
happens.
All right.
The
All right.
mustard is in the fridge.
All right.
Mustard
Dad,
is in
my dad has to
fridge.
go. Got to sign off.
Oh,
It's late. I
That's
need,
it.
my sleep.
Knuckles, ladies
of
and
course, I
gentlemen.
understand.
Yeah.
Please,
I need my rest for beer pong.
Yeah, he's got to rest up for a beer pong tournament tomorrow.
have a good evening and a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'll see you at
too,
the
guys.
tournament tomorrow.
Okay, be good, guys.
Yeah, bye, Dad. It was nice seeing you.
Okay.
See you next year.
So for the rest of tonight's show, I will be playing the role of Mike's dad.
And Mike, I will be your mom.
He can't even hear, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Well, I got to be up for work at 9.
No, nothing more compelling in a live show.
Okay. Listen, there's no mute button.
Yes, there is.
You don't know me.
You press the mute microphone button.
And then suddenly, and but now you can.
Oh,
yeah, we do have another viewer. We got-
Our next
dad's-
improv game for tonight will be Family Feud.
My dad, I forgot. We do have another viewer. We have my dad's enormous cat, Oliver.
Let's ask Oliver.
Can I make a mild suggestion? Can we just not make the viewers like constantly talk about when they're there and not?
No.
All right.
I don't think.
Topher. What do you know? Get out of here.
With your real suggestions and your good ideas.
What do you have to say? Something important? Nerd.
Using your life experience and, to measure up to what we have to do. Listen, I don't need
I have an actual idea. That's like good stuff.
Yeah, with your high-pitched register voice. Oh, I'm Topher! And you're slightly British now.
I didn't get into this business to improve myself.
Well, if you want to improve yourself, don't listen to Topher. Ugh. Oh, wait, no, don't listen to me. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's
Don't listen. All right.
For the rest of the show, I will be self-deprecating, so if anyone needs me...
And I will be talking exclusively about the audience.
All right, let's see. Let's do audiobook. It will be our next game.
Yay!
Audiobook.
Hey!
I want to lead it, Mike.
All right, Matt's gonna lead audiobook.
I wonder if it'll be a story I know this time.
Probably not.
So wait. So is the idea of audiobook that we're trying to tell us we're trying to tell a story that is already a book, or we're making? Fuck it, never mind. Let's just play.
It's
Topher,
I don't care. Let's go.
if you weren't too busy throwing out great suggestions all the time, you might hear the rules to the game that I'm about to say. So, this is audiobook, ladies and gentlemen. The way this game works is our three players, Mike, Topher, and Ed, will be retelling us a famous story. They'll be retelling us a famous story. They'll be following the story structure of how the story is told, and they'll be retelling it, but with a twist. And that twist is that all three of them have some sort of quirk about them. Something that, how they live their lives or something. And so we're going to go through them in order. We'll start with Mike, and whenever I make the cash register sound, I believe, they will switch who they're talking about. So whenever I make the sound, it'll be the next person talking. So I'm going to ask our anonymous audience member, assuming they're still listening, for a suggestion for a famous story. Give me a second.
Coming on the QA.
All right, we got some stuff coming in. Oh, okay. You're all gonna tell me the story of Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
Noah's Ark. All right. So, your three quirks are going to be. This is where I'm gonna get creative for a second. Mike, you are working in a very hectic and very, very stressful daycare.
Okay.
Topher, you think you're talking backwards, so you take extra time to clarify what you're saying.
I think I'm talking backwards, but I'm not.
Yes.
Okay.
And Ed, you,
Yes.
Oh, give me a second. I gotta think of a good one for you.
One.
You have to talk and answer everything like you're a video game NPC, and like the player just asks you a question. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, players, this is the game of audiobook. You have your suggestion for a story, Noah's Ark. You have your quirks. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Begin.
Listen, get that kid a friggin' pacifier. Shut him up. All right, so Noah's Ark, right? Once upon a time, there was a man named Noah, and damn it, the milk again. Clean up the milk. Clean up the milk. Well, she's getting it everywhere. Anyway, so Noah's Ark. So once upon a time, there was this island, and it was raining a lot because no one knew why. And Noah's like, hey, I'm an old man. I'm gonna go ask the sky why it's raining. Oh God, someone. All right, change that diaper. Go, get it out of here.
And the sky explained. I'm sorry. Explained the sky. It is raining. No. I'm sorry. Raining is it because a flood is coming. I'm sorry. That's really hard to understand, everybody. What I meant to say was coming is flood. And the reason this guy gave that a flood was coming was that God wanted to purge the world of evil. Sorry, evil of the.
Hey, you look like the new kid. Ha! You look nice and strong. Listen, I'm really busy building this boat. Would you mind grabbing 2 of each animal in the entire world? Oh, thank you. That'd be a huge help. I'm so busy building this boat. If only there was someone to get 2 of each animal. You look like the kind of person who would know animals. Here, take this book. It says every single...
Tommy, get that out of your mouth right now. Go take a damn nap. Go, sit down. Go on your blankie. Go. That's right. Sit. Good. All right, now lock him in there. Lock him in there. He doesn't know you're doing it. Just hurry before he turns around. Lock him in there. All right, so 2 by 2 animals. They need 2 of them at a time, right? So, and then Samantha, stick it out of your mouth. That's how electricity was made. You don't want to lick that. Stop it. All right. So 2 by 2 animals that get on the boat, and they have to sort them because they don't want animals just doing each other and making little hybrids like platypuses and stuff and and Billy, what did I just tell you? Billy, get down from there. See, that's why I told you to get down from there.
Actually, the point was very much that they did want the animals doing it because they were collecting 2 of each of them of each 2, because the whole purpose was that the Earth was going to be repopulated after the flood. So the animals were very much encouraged to the animals were because they needed to make babies so that there'd be more. So that for every 2 animals there was a man and a woman and a man version of the animal.
Oh, thank you so much for bringing all these animals. The boat is just finished. Let me mark this on your map for you. Oh, yeah, this is where the boat is. All right, be sure to get there. I'll meet you there, and then we'll go sailing. You want me to explain that to you again? Oh, thank you for bringing me 2 animals. That's great. Here, let me mark this on my map.
Yeah, that's bleeding pretty bad. You think his mom's going to notice? I mean, I told him not to swing on the monkey. That's what happens. That's how you learn. I mean, yeah, his arm's broken, but what is he not going to do again? Climb on the monkey bars, right? That's what I'm going to tell his mom. And, oh, her husband's a lawyer. Yeah, shit. Tell you what, just, if anyone asks, he got hit by a car, driven by someone else's parent, right? That's the story. Okay. All right, hang on, I got to do this thing. So they got the animals.
After 40 days and 40 nights, nights 40 and days 40 after, Noah's Ark, Noah's, went, land again, land, and said, and, God to God, Noah the guy the Noah, I like you like I. Well job, good done.
Wow, okay, now we need to land this ship. Are you ready? Steer the ship with your D-pad, and then you can lower yourself using the B button. Do you understand? What you need to do, you can steer the ship using the D-pad, and then use the B button to land. Do you understand?
Wow.
That was pretty good, I thought.
That was good, guys. I do the line Samantha, stick that out of your mouth. That's how electricity is made. Really just solidified your intelligence, Mike.
My intelligence? No, Samantha's intelligence.
He was just very frustrated by all the children overwhelming him with their needs.
Exactly.
Good, guys. I like that. It was very
Children.
I think NPC should be like a full-fledged game. Just have a bunch of NPCs talk to each other for 3 minutes.
I used to be a warrior too.
Then I started doing Chimp Knuckles podcasts.
Yeah.
Hard.
What's our next game tonight?
I don't know. Let's do documentary.
Documentary.
Let's play.
Documentary.
Documentary.
Wow. So, documentary is a game where
We document.
we're going to join one of our players as he becomes a documentarian and takes us on a tour of a very specific animal that we're going to get a suggestion for. And the other 2 players are going to be those animals. So we're going to get a suggestion from our studio, all one of our studio audience. We need a suggestion for a loud animal.
A loud animal.
A loud animal.
I am currently seeking a suggestion. Through my powers that be.
Through the magic of...
I got the powers that be.
Oh, your ability to keep that strangely, flowing in your head while speaking backwards is very impressive. I do want to compliment you there.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was hard.
We got turkey. We got emu.
My face.
We got elephant.
Turkey.
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 Very holiday ready.
This will proudly air after Thanksgiving.
You shut up.
Oh, and then I just... Oh, she also said cicada, so if you want a really annoying game, we can do cicada.
No, turkeys is what it is. So, turkeys. So, this time we're going to have Matt be our documentarian.
Oh, good God. Alrighty.
And Ed and Conan are going to be our turkeys. So...
We are the turkeys tonight.
You are the turkeys. So,
Oh.
Can we just spend the rest of the game being the rest of the show doing everything as turkeys?
Then when people get angry at us, we just scream it's festive and act offended.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
All right. So, players of the game of documentary. Your animal is turkey. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Begin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are looking at the majestic turkey. I'm your host, Buckingham McFrunky, and we are here, and we are out in the savannah, which I've been told is a terrible place to look for turkeys. But balls to them, we're gonna do it anyway. You kids don't say that word in front of your parents. Now, we can just, we look over, right over there. There are 2 turkeys. In a bush! Right now they're in the middle of oh my God, a coexisting marital dispute! Listen, this is a very rare sight to be looking at right now because as you see, the one is trying to pull the ring off of the other one's feather finger. And that's the technical term, feather finger. And one turkey's slapping now. Ladies and gentlemen, the one turkey is not happy. I think I heard the word elope. I think I know what's going on, folks. As you know, as the turkey matures past the age of 18 months, they start getting feelings of rebellion. And it looks like one of these turkeys is slightly older than the other, meaning that he's ready to elope. But I don't think the other one is quite ready. As you can see, the feathers are still oily. Oiliness is a sign of a young turkey. Right now, the one is trying to convince the other one that we do not have to listen to evolutionary standards and that we can rise above ourselves as creatures and use our perceptual frontal lobes that we are so gifted with. Now, the other one has pulled out an axe. I don't know where this is going anymore, folks. Folks, this is not going to end well. As you can see, the 2 turkeys are continuing to argue about who's better and who's more correct in the situation. The one seems to love its parents, whereas the other one seems to be sort of, malaise towards his own parents. He seems sort of disturbed by the fact that his parents still have him around and still want him to get a job at the local shop. And the axe just fell and accidentally cut off the turkey's limb.
At this moment, I was reminded that just the other day on the same road I almost got hit by a car on. There's
You
just
almost got hit by a turkey?
No, there's just a turkey just kind of chilling, just like on the sidewalk, like, yeah, what's up? I'm a fucking turkey. And it took me a bit. I'm like, that's a giant bird. Oh,
Big bird.
oh. And then like he just kind of wandered out into the street, and then traffic stopped, and then that's my story. Oh, thank you. No, I tell the best stories. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Too kind.
Now it's time for a game called Dr. Know-It-All, am I right?
Hey.
What happened? Did you auto-tune yourself?
What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Dude, everything is fine.
Everything's fine, Mike. Just keep going with the podcast.
Tell me the truth. I can take it.
All
You're
right,
bleeding.
Mike.
You say I'm blue?
I said you're bleeding, but similar.
You're blue, Mike. You're really blue.
What?
You are Paul Giamatti in the classic Big Fat Liar.
everywhere.
All right. Let's do some Dr. Know-It-All. So, okay. That's an enthusiastic clap. Just one clap. Wow! All right. So,
Wow!
wow!
Wow.
So, Dr. Know-It-All. Dr. Know-It-All's a game where we bring in our esteemed expert friend, Dr. Know-It-All. He is an expert on all things knowledge. And Dr. Know-It-All is unique in that he has 3 heads, each saying one word at a time. So we're going to bring Dr. Know-It-All out here, and he's going to answer some questions. So, Dr. Know-It-All, it's great to have you.
Hello,
My
Fellow,
Americans.
today
we
Celebrate
are
wonderful
anniversary
of
our
brilliant
births.
and
also
We
look
towards
the
future.
Okay. Well, that's great. As we look towards the future, we have a question from the future. Dr. Know-It-All, what would you say is the best New Year's resolution to have?
the
new
Years.
resolution
that
I
recommend
involves
taking
pineapples,
inside,
your
mouth,
followed
by
drinking
gallons
upon
gallons
of
bromine.
Okay. So the best New Year's resolution is gallons and gallons of bromine. That's all right. I might have to peer review that, but okay. Dr. Know-It-All, I'd like to know what was your Halloween costume this year?
my
Halloween
Costume
this
year
is
a
princess.
pony.
costume.
So
Very
Very
cute
and
spicy.
because
it
Is
amazing.
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 But
Also
Hurts
very,
very,
much.
very,
very
Much.
ugh.
All right. Well, hopefully next year you'll pick a costume that isn't very, very much hurt. But in the meantime, maybe you could tell me what kind of dishes did you have at last year's Thanksgiving?
last
Thanksgiving.
Was
great.
Except
it
Hurt
my
head?
a lot.
because
We
Drank
all
the
Tequila.
In
1.
Sitting.
now
You'd
Think.
that
that,
Wouldn't.
hurt
but
Hurt.
it
did.
I noticed a running theme. I noticed a running theme with you and holidays seem to be incurring a lot of physical pain on you. Let's talk about a more pleasant holiday. What did you do for Valentine's Day last year?
Valentine's.
day
Sucked.
A lot.
I
Forgot.
How?
to
Be
Human.
I
walked
Around.
on
4.
Noses.
and
Forgot.
How?
speaking
Works.
Also.
Valentine's
Day.
Hurt.
because
Pain.
All right. Definitely noticing a pattern here. I got a follow-up question. Where did the fourth nose come from?
The.
fourth
Appendage.
Was.
my
Great.
Great.
grandmother's
And
I.
inherited
it.
From.
my
Grandmother's.
Cat.
so
Really
You.
should
not
Take.
my
word.
All right. Probably good advice. I'm gonna go ahead and just assume you're telling the. Okay, sure. You have any other closing advice for our audience when it comes to the holiday season, Dr. Know-It-All?
Remember.
get
Pain.
While.
drunk
It
Will.
feel
horrendous.
In.
my
Very
Large.
bedroom
Mrs.
Claus.
don't
Talk.
To.
me
Bitch.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Know-It-All, for that rousing bit of advice there. It's great to have you on as always.
I like that was the most grammatically correct. It did hurt, and hurt. It did. The most grammatically correct
so
I've
great.
ever seen Dr. Know-It-All.
Stepping up our doctor game. Wow.
Man.
All right. Let's jump on. Let's do It'd Be Funnier If.
Well, yes, let's do it. By George, let's play the game. You said we're going to play it. Let's play it.
I'll watch.
Play you.
All right.
If we go wrong.
Go on, guys. I'm going to see the double days today. Oh, it's going to be great.
All right. So It'd Be
And hurt,
Funnier.
it did.
It'd Be Funnier If is the game where we have two of our players act out a scene. We're going to get a suggestion for that scene. And they act out that scene, and then periodically during the scene, I'm going to stop and tell them, it would be funnier if, and then I'll tell them how it would be funnier. And our other player is going to finish the sentence of how it would be funnier. So, as an example, I might say, it'd be funnier if their blankets were covered in, and then one of our players might say, cheese. And then they're covered in cheese.
Hilarity ensues.
Yeah.
Cheese blankets, the only kind of blankets. Cheese blankets, the best kind of blankets. Cheese blankets, wrap yourself with cheese blankets. Cheese blankets, they're my favorite blankets.
Blanket cheese.
Cheese blankets, yeah, go get some cheese blankets.
Hallelujah. Get the cheese blanket. Cheese.
Licking your blanket. Pasteurized milk.
What the
I
hell
like
happened?
turned away and zoned out for like 30 seconds, and I just tuned back in, and I'm like, what? The,
What?
What
the hell
off
happened?
the fucking rails.
but I literally digress from sanity. What? Now the world don't All right.
Okay, so our two players in this scene are going to be Conan and Ed, and Matt is going to be our funnier riffer.
Okay.
So let's get a suggestion from all of our studio audiences about. I want a suggestion for a type of sandwich. A type of
I'm on it.
type
It'd be
of.
funnier if someone else was on it, but it's not, so I'm on it.
I can get on it if you want. I can go ask my roommate for a type of sandwich. Hold
My
on.
dad went to sleep. I can't help you. My dad went to sleep. and-
You're
and-
getting suggestions typed right now.
Oh, you already got it? All right, never mind.
got
No,
it.
no,
Python in
not
my
yet.
room.
Being
Oh.
typed.
No, this python's right here. I could just ask the python.
Yeah, my dad's
Do you,
cat is-
do you really own a python?
No.
Oh, well, that's
We've got
disappointing,
penguin.
mildly.
We've got Reuben fried chicken anchovy.
Fried chicken.
Reuben
anchovy?
fried chicken anchovy sandwich. Breakfast egg
Yes,
sandwich.
please. Only at Chili's.
breakfast egg. Let's go with breakfast egg sandwich.
Awesome.
Breakfast egg
Now this
sandwich.
lunch egg shit.
Eggs are for breakfast, bitch. Let's go with that. So, players, this is the game. Oh, funny riff. Your suggestion is breakfast egg sandwich. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Begin.
All right, I've been waiting here for about 15 minutes. How long does it fucking take to cook an egg sandwich? Like, can we hurry up here, please? I don't understand why you're making me wait.
It
Hello?
takes time.
How much longer is it going to take?
You need to be patient.
Listen, I don't have time to be patient. I have to be at work in like 10 minutes, man. Like, just give me the food already.
It'd be funnier if Conan had to be at work in.
4 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Listen, I've only got 4 shakes of a lamb's tail. He's already shaken his leg twice before I need to get to work. Can you just, I mean, give me what half-cooked thing you have already. Like, I'm ready.
We could give you an egg, but it would not be representative of the egg experience. We only select the finest eggs.
You select only the
finest
finest eggs.
chickens.
What are you, just picking them fresh out of the chickens out back there?
We have a mere dozen chickens.
It'd be
Mere
funnier.
dozen
If,
chickens.
as fast
it'd
as
be
they
funnier if
can.
the eggs came from.
Your aunt.
We have only 12 ants back there.
Wait a minute, your eggs are hatched from ants?
Yes.
That's disgusting. You know what? You can keep the sandwich. I'm gonna leave. All right,
Look,
why's the door locked?
maybe you misunderstand. They're not insect ants, but
They're
your
my
parents'
ants?
sister ants.
You've kidnapped my ants?
Not your ant. The finest 12 ants on this side of the globe.
All right, I have so many more questions. Number one.
I thought you had to go to work. I thought you weren't interested.
You
Now
know
you're
what? I
interested?
do have to go to work. But what's funny is I'm a journalist, and I have found a great new breaking news story here. So I'm going to call my boss and tell him
It'd
that
be
I'm
funnier
uncovering
if-
this mystery.
It'd be funnier if the name of Conan's newspaper was.
The Liars Incorporated.
We would
Listen.
love to be featured in the Liars Incorporated. Oh, it's been a dream of mine.
Oh, it should not be a dream of yours. I'm going to tear this place a new one, let me tell you. I'm going to get to the bottom of this kidnapping ant ring and expose it to the public. The public needs to know what's going inside their mouths, and I am
but
going to tell them.
Oh, but we are transparent. The public already knows.
Are you telling me I'm the only guy who didn't know what this restaurant was doing? That is insane.
It'd be
All right, you
funnier
know
if
what?
Ed was half.
Well,
Lizard.
you do work for Liars Incorporated. You do just make things up.
Listen, it's an ironic title. It's to cater to the hipster crowd. We don't actually lie. We expose the truth. And people who read our stories, they're familiar with that concept. They understand it. And, you know, everyone knows that we are called liars, but we are actually truth tellers. And by the way, you have lizard feet. That's crazy.
Okay, from now on, that's how every single scene has to end, no matter what game we're playing.
Instead of the gong.
You know what? You have lizard feet.
Expert challenge. Challenge? You know what? You have lizard feet.
I think that's the show title right there. You have lizard feet.
I think that was the least.
Topher,
that
are you still making suggestions?
No, I promise. I'm not.
What are you thinking about making suggestions, Topher?
That game of Funny Riff needed the least amount of funny riffing. I kind of just wanted to let that play out as is.
Yeah, right? I was like, these questions, I was like, oh, they're newspaper. Okay. Whatever, it's good.
Yeah, we had a good scene going.
Yeah, it's nice.
It was a rousing success.
By the way, you have a lizard feet. What's funny is presumably, like, you know, Ed would have had lizard feet the whole scene, right? It's like, that's the time.
It's like he just looked over the counter and was like, holy shit.
I was gonna, like, suggest that I was, like, grabbing your apron and revealing you had lizard feet, and I was like, another lie, but we didn't go far enough for it to happen. But yeah, I
digress. Okay, let's do some ending games. Let's do sex positions.
It's over already?
Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah, Topher, you're kind of like rushing through the like, all right, the next game is, but you know what? Now who's in pain?
You got your wish. Happy now?
I have a suggestion.
No.
We should have more games and less banter.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
I'm generally in favor of this.
One day we'll change it. Give us like 14 more shows, and we'll.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Do you want to do try that on for size before we do sex positions?
Let's try that on for size.
Have you never done try that on for size?
No, I think I have, but I forgot.
All right. Let's do try that on for size. What the hell?
I remember this game. Okay, it requires physical actions. I thought.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do it. We'll just do a quick round of that.
Do you want me to run it?
I'm just trying to think, because one of us is gonna have to sit out, I guess. Or
I'll sit out.
No, you should do it. You haven't done it yet.
I want to play more games.
No.
I was trying to give other people an opportunity, but sure, I'll play.
Yeah, I'll sit out. Ed, if you want to run it, that's fine.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right. So this is a game called Try That On for Size. It is a game in which players try things on for size. So we're gonna give either Matt or Topher an action, and they're gonna have to come up with a sound effect. So Matt, you are hammering a nail.
I am hammering a nail. Try that on for size.
So then Topher will have to use that sound effect, but come up with a new action. So.
I'm playing whack-a-mole. Try that on for size.
And then they keep going until someone messes up, and then I make that noise, and then, I don't know, something happens, and then we'll get bored of this eventually, and then we'll play another game, because that's how life works. So your first action, let's have Topher start, because you haven't played this before, at least not on the show. So you are giving an autograph.
I'm giving an autograph. Try that on for size.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Try that on for size.
I'm Zorro signing my Z into a tree. Try that on for size.
I'm a football player and I'm as fast as the wind. Try that on for size.
I'm a kung fu master practicing my karate. Try that on for size.
I'm really bad at blowing out my birthday candles in one try. Try that on for size.
I'm blowing air into my bassoon. Try that on for size.
I'm cleaning out this old dusty photograph. Try that on for size.
I'm spitting out the pieces of gum I was chewing. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to get my breath back after getting punched in the stomach. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to communicate with the wind in the willows. Try that on for size.
I don't even.
All right.
Wow. All right. All right. So Matt, you're gonna start this one. You are horrifically sick.
Oh, I'm horrifically sick. Try that on for size.
I'm going to the bathroom. Try that on for size.
I'm a cave troll. I'm waiting for the hero to come through so I can have my cutscene. Try that on for size.
I just came out of fuck this.
I had like 4 more
All right.
lined up.
All right. It is 1-1. This is for all the marbles.
Oh,
This is a
shit.
contest.
So gave you my marbles.
Topher, you're starting. Your action is you are melting.
I'm melting?
You are melting.
I'm melting. Try that on for size.
That is a good milkshake. Try that on for size.
I drank my coffee too fast. Try that on for size.
My pearl gun makes a really terrible noise. Try that on for size.
I just scratched a record. Try that on for size.
I'm spreading frosting on a cake. Try that on for size.
I'm squeezing mustard out of my face. Try that on for size.
I'm explaining multiverse theory and explaining how when one universe shrinks into another universe, it makes that noise. Try that on for size.
My tongue was itchy. Sorry. Try that on for size.
I'm not being rude at a ramen restaurant. Try that on for size.
I lose.
By the way, I don't think that's what multiverse theory is, but don't tell anyone.
I just hope we're done making that sound forever.
Nope.
I am not.
I hope you hear it in your dreams tonight.
Oh, I will. Yar, that's gonna replace the whale in my nightmares.
Whales?
Oh, Dexter! It's nice to see you're homeless still.
I think that
I
think our documentarians could be cousins or something. They were both very silly, energetic men.
I was going with the theme of like what fucking accent is that?
Yeah. Yes. It's time to play what accent is that and what animal is over there.
Oh, crikey, me like it.
No, that was a little too distinguishable, Mike.
Yeah, we could tell where you were from. That's not how you play the game.
We're good, Mike. There was one moment during documentary where I just let you guys kind of make turkey noises for a while because you made like 400 different ones at once, and I couldn't tell. Like some of your turkeys were like swishing mouthwash.
And that was it.
Yeah, we have nice, fresh breath turkeys, so get off me.
Nice.
They mouthwash.
Are your
Mouthwash.
turkeys not fresh breathed? Is this actually a concern for you? Have you not changed the channel from this commercial? Well, we have the product for you.
Have your turkeys ever felt not so fresh?
You must be heavily invested in the program you're watching to sit through this commercial. Well, do we have the project for you?
This is actually an hour-long special, and I just like to talk like I'm in an infomercial the entire time.
That sounds like what Adult Swim does at 4 in the morning.
Oh.
I've never heard someone not give a shit so much about what someone does. That sounded like a Legend of Zelda like sound effect from like the Nintendo 64 era. Oh.
Listen. Oh.
Ow!
Sounds like we're getting ready for sex positions.
I think we are.
Your favorite game?
My favorite game. Before this, my favorite game had been Story, but now this is my favorite game.
I don't believe that motivation. You're out.
Okay, Sex Positions is a game where we are going to go around and describe and name a sex position, and then the other players are going to take turns describing that sex position, and then the first person is going to correct them and tell them the proper definition. So we're going to go me, Conan, Ed, and Matt. It's going to be the order. So I want you guys to tell me about the NPC.
Wait, what was the order?
You.
Okay. I figured when there was silence, it must be on me. So, the NPC is the no penis center, which is when there is sex between a man and a woman, but the man is not allowed to use his penis, but instead uses his nose in substitution.
That's cool, but the NPC is where you split up a condom into 4 parts, and then you hide it at various points in the mountains, and then you have to send your partner on a fetch quest to retrieve 4 pieces of the condom, so then you can go ahead with your deed.
The NPC actually is after a certain amount of tries, no matter what you talk about sex, the conversation always remains the same.
Well, that's close, but the NPC is actually completely optional and doesn't affect your stats in any way. Doesn't matter what it is.
Why don't you guys tell me about cat dog style?
I mean, ass to ass. With animals.
Aww.
Cat dog style is the style of sex that was canceled in the early 2000s.
Cat dog style is what happens when you take scissoring to its logical conclusion.
Cat dog style is the result of a married couple who their professional job is they dress in one of those horse costumes where one is the back end and one is the front end, and to spice things up, they fornicate in their work uniforms.
And at the end, they get Nickelodeon slimed.
Yes.
Well, one of them does.
Well, both of them do. It's a brand new era.
The dawn of a new age.
Brought in by slime.
Men can slime women and women can slime men. What is this?
So I'm going to turn back to my trusty friend, the Chinese takeout menu, and I want to know what the asparagus combination is.
Okay, great. Well, the asparagus combination is when you attempt to have sex on a very, very rough sea voyage, and not only do you to your partner look green, but you also puke up the asparagus you had for dinner.
Okay, so the asparagus combo is where you get several men named Gus, and you line them up with, on all fours, and you go down the line and you say 1 asparagus, 2 asparagus, 3 asparagus, 4 asparagus.
Yeah, I thought about making that pun, Mike, but I have respect for myself, so I didn't.
Yeah, I don't. Clearly.
Hey.
The asparagus combination is you tie a piece of asparagus to your penis, and it's combined. They're combined. It's a combination of penis and asparagus.
The new life form.
Well, that's cool, but the asparagus combination is actually when you plant some asparagus seeds and you fertilize it with your semen, and then the asparagus grows, and then you forget how you fertilized it, and you eat the asparagus later, and then later on everyone's pregnant. Everyone.
Is it bad that my first reaction was that you were joking when you said that asparagus had seeds, and I was like, asparagus. Wait a minute. Fuck.
All right.
Well, shut up, Mike. What do you know about asparagus? Nothing, clearly. God.
I want you guys to tell me about the take one, fake one.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. All right, so we're going back to the porn star assembly line here for this one. It's when you've got a busy shoot schedule as a female porn star, and you go from studio to studio. But in order to preserve your endurance, you take one and then you fake one. You take one, you fake one. You take one, you fake one, and then you break for lunch. Then you take one and fake one. Take one and fake one, and then overtime kicks in, so you take one and then fake one. And then you go home and you sleep it off.
I don't think I know what you said.
Okay.
That sounds like a personal problem to me.
When you take one and you fake one, what you are, you take, you have sex with a mannequin.
Well, when you take one and fake one, you need to basically you need to go break into a museum after hours, and you have to take some of the artifacts and replace it with a fake one, and then you use the real artifact as some type of stimulant, depending on what it is. It could be a toy of some sort, something phallic shaped, and you take it and then you replace it with the fake one.
Amateurs. All right. The take one, fake one is when it's exclusively involving straight people of the same sex surrounding a table, and you take a shot of tequila, and then you totally tell a story about a great time you definitely had having sex that one time. Totally.
For real.
Guys, for real.
It happened. Oh, really? I had sex. It'd be funnier if I got laid.
Superman.
Dave. The Daving Game was brought to you by
Dave. McDonald's and their egg sandwich.
Was brought to you by McDonald's and Dave.
By the way, you have lizard feet.
By the way, you have lizard feet.
Guys. I just need to tell you something.
Before you do, by the way, you have lizard feet.
Well, the thing is, I've been going through a really rough time, and you know, I just have noticed something about you, and you've changed. And by the way, you have lizard feet.
Oh, you jumped the gun.
Be careful about premature dogging.
Oh, you broke it. You broke it.
That's been our show. Thank you for listening to Chimp Knuckles. Tune in next week for more monkeying around.
I like that as our catchphrase. So I'm just gonna splice that into the end there. Act like we have a catchphrase.
Wait, no,
Well,
we can't have a catchphrase. No, edit that out. What is this?
What? No.
No, get out of here.
What is this, a thought-out product of what?
What's going on?
What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
What?
So you wanted to delay the ending to be all confused and talk. That was
all
well
part of my
thought out.
master plan.
I'm glad that you yelled at me.
Topher, you suggest one thing one more time. I dare you.
And you know what? You have lizard feet.
Alright, we do the actual ending. So that was Chimp Knuckles, show 17. Special thanks to my dad who went to bed. He's asleep now.
Not because we bored him.
So, we are on all the social networks. We are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Pinterest, I think, Tumblr. We're on them, the things. We are on www.chimpknuckles.com. We are on iTunes, the YouTubes, the internets, the Androids, the podcast apps, Player.fm, Stitcher, Google Play, all of them. We're on there. Go Google it. We're probably there. We're creeping up on you. bensound.com does our sounds. They don't know it, but they do. And so Conan just gave us our catchphrase. I'm not even gonna try and explain that we don't have one. I'm gonna splice that right on in there and be like, we always had this. So
You're gonna retroactively put
into all of them.
saying keep monkeying around or something like that. Just put it in all of the episodes.
Keep fucking your knuckles or whatever. What did you say? What was it?
I said tune in next week for more monkeying around, but that's also
close.
good.
You know, close.
Keep fucking is definitely a good end phrase as well.
Keep fucking that chicken.
Thanks for listening to Chimp Knuckles. Keep fucking.
I mean, when you end the show with sex positions every week, and we're heavily implying something.
Thanks for listening. I hate you. Chimp Knuckles. Chimp Knuckles, when you die, nothing happens.
Chump.
Chump Knuckles.
I heard Chump Knuckles. When you die, nothing happens. All right. Well, thank you, viewer. Yeah, sorry that was a very low key show. I was kind of like on the way here. It was like a 5-hour trip, and I was like, I should put my dad on and just let him do the show. And
he's like, nope.
And then he's like, I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, great. Now I got fuck.
I thought it was fun while it
That was
lasted.
fun. Yeah, I had fun. Yeah, it was good.
Are we on the air still, or did it go off?
I should, we cut it now. Why not?
God damn it! I knew it!